KILR. Killer game.
Hello gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome to the World Tour. Maybe not a World Tour, but a tour around the world featuring Sierra ProPilot, the original ProPilot. Although this one is actually patched in comparison to the previous flight, which was unpatched and quite a bit of a mess too, I might say. The graphics, downtown Chicago looked like it was all made out of brick. It was brown and white, just didn't look right at all. The ground controls didn't seem to work. Brakes didn't work. We're just kind of going one way and the other. It was kind of a mess. We were able to fly from one location to another, but the stuff on the ground just didn't seem to be working. But anyway, we're going to, despite all that, we're going to continue with our flying. We're going to muddle our way through is what we're going to do. And this is just going to help do some comparisons if you decide to get this old simulator to play around with, or maybe you have it and you're wondering, what the heck, what am I doing wrong with it? Well, maybe you're not doing anything wrong with it. Maybe it's just a simulator. I've been playing enough of these flight simulators that now I think I got a pretty good feel with them. So, but no, hey, I'm not perfect. But with all that in mind, we're going to go ahead and click on fly and jump right in.
You're cleared for takeoff.
Well, that's good to know. So here we are, ProPilot. It automatically defaults you over here to San Francisco. Just for laughs, like I said, this is patched. We're going to go over here to airports. And I'm going to take you over here to Merrill C. Meigs, runway 36. Now, do you remember when we were looking at it the first time? Look at it now. That is a lot better than what we saw in the last episode. I'm going to go ahead and use our slew, which is Alt-X. And move around here. We can move up. And do you see how much better that looks? Now this is patched to 1.13, I believe. You have to patch it to 1.12, and then you can patch it to 1.13. And I will put a link to those patches up on, not up on the screen, but it'll be in the description setting. And so you want to go ahead and grab those, and then patch your ProPilot to 1.13, because that will fix up the graphics that were just nasty looking for Chicago. And plus, you see the brakes? See how they're coming on there? And they're staying on. Maybe that's because I'm in slew mode. Yeah, they actually work. Surprisingly. Let's go down here. We'll go over here to the actual airport. Or a runway, whatever you want to call this thing. Just a runway, not much of an airport. Okay, well, we're stuck there. So, Alt-X, get us out of that. Okay, so, yeah, so I can hold the B key. The brakes are coming on. That's great. Another different feature is the pause function, which will bring up where it says paused. Before, it'll just pull up this big graphic here that says paused. I kind of just did that for you. That is just a graphical overlay just done in post-production with editing. That doesn't actually show up in the patched version, but in the old version, unpatched, meaning if you were to get this box right here, just like the one in the graphic down below, where you see that little sticker for $10 off, just like my box here does, just slightly placed in a different position. But yeah, suppose you got this version of ProPilot off of eBay or whatever. You play it, it's going to be unpatched. It's going to be the version that we saw in the first episode. So you're going to have a nasty looking Chicago. Maybe you like that version, I don't know. You're going to have a version where brakes don't seem to do anything. You're going to be turning and it doesn't seem to want to turn, or it goes the opposite direction, or what have you. The patched version here seems to operate a little better. But not only that, it will also give you an updated 172 instead of this. It'll give you a 172R when you patch it. And it's really bizarre, and it's really confusing when you compare the patched version of ProPilot with the ProPilot USA. And you probably think, what's the difference between them? Which one should I get there, Killer Gamer? That's a good question, because I'm doing a series on the ProPilot USA as well. And the ProPilot USA, it appears to be Sierra ProPilot patched, is what it appears to be. Because when you Chicago looks fine on this one. However, when you load it up, the 172 that you get is this version. If you want the 172R, you have to go into the flight.ini file and put in a command in order for the newer version to show up. However, in the patched version, when you patch it, it automatically does that, and you get the new version of the 172. I had to go in there and change that INI file to get the old version. Confused yet? So I think the patched version and this version are relatively the same. So far, I haven't noticed that one has more airports than the other. Something that I mentioned in the ProPilot USA flight, which I didn't on this one just yet, we'll just unpause that, is that one of the airports that we have gone to in the other simulators, which is dated all the way back to Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator 1, is not in ProPilot. Why is that? I don't know. But take a look. IKK is for Kankakee. Not on here. It's not on this one. It's not on a patched version. It's not on ProPilot USA. Why? You got me. I don't know. Don't believe me? Let's bring up that map. We did this over on the ProPilot USA. So we're going to do it here. So here's all the airports that you get. You can see they go up into Canada a little bit. I was wrong in regards to Western Europe. It doesn't have anything in Western Europe. I must be thinking of another simulator. Maybe I'm thinking of Sublogic Flight. I don't know. I thought I saw something somewhere where it had it, but it doesn't, because if I click on this and it obviously it's not moving. Do you see that? It's stuck right here. So I can't go south. I can't go north. It don't want to do that. It's saying, look, buddy, you're stuck with the USA whether you like it or not. So go American. I don't know. Anyway, what is kind of neat, though, is that This map and the functions that you have here, like turning on VORs and NDBs, this all came out before it showed up in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2002. It's just interesting, you know, with the Flight Planner, that this came out way before then. So obviously Microsoft was paying attention, and the stuff that they saw in their competition, they're like, we can do that. We can do it better. And they did. Took them a little bit, but they finally did it better. So yeah, here are the airports. You can see Merrill C. Meigs, there's Chicago O'Hare, there's Midway. And if we scroll down, that is the river. And you'll notice there's nothing there. Now, if we go ahead and turn on the VORs, well, there it is. There's Kankakee. The airport's not there, though. So, yeah, we can fly to Kankakee, but we won't be landing at anything at Kankakee. But yet, if you keep going south, here is Champaign. So Champaign is there. Even Bloomington. Bloomington is over here as well. But they don't have Kankakee. How could you not have this airport? And considering that this was done by the original makers of Flight Simulator, right here on the back, Sublogic. It was done with Sublogic is behind this. How could you not have Kankakee in here? I don't know why. That doesn't make any sense to me. What were you guys thinking? I can understand if you didn't have Clow Field, which is one of the airports we flew to in Flight Simulator 2. It's a small little runway. I can understand why that's not there. But Kankakee? Come on, you guys. And there's no way to add it, as far as I know. There's no custom content or anything. I don't know of any expansions or anything that were released to, you know, add airports or anything. So we're kind of stuck with what we got. If you know of a way to add airports, let me know. We'll do it. We'll add them in here. But other than that, this is where we're stuck. So with all that, I'm going to take us right back to Chicago O'Hare, where we left off. And I will switch us over to the 172R, the updated version of the Cessna 172. So here we are at Chicago O'Hare, and the time looks a little later than what it should be, but we'll get to that. Actually, I found some information on a website that I want to share with you. Okay, so I found this, and I'll put a link to it. It's a very old site. A lot of these links are broken or don't have the information anymore. And now I have a cat in front of me. Come on, Shadow. I'm trying to do a video. You do this every time I try to do a video. Every time I try to do a video, he's over here. So as you can see here, this is in 1999, talking about how ProPilot 99 has gone gold. It's got 4 CDs, and I do have ProPilot 99. Just haven't done any videos yet on it. And then it's got Sierra ProPilot, the first version, patches 1, 2, and 3. I have those. And then it talks about Sierra's new ProPilot site, the Usenet. Anyone remember those? News group. Let's see. More frequency asked questions, links, web ring. Oh my goodness. You guys remember the web rings? Wow. Do they still have those? Probably not. Then there's something in here about the European scenery update. Now see, I thought there was something about Western Europe. Maybe I'm confusing that with ProPilot 99. Maybe it was on the back of that box that I saw it. And it's got a link to AvSim, but I've already clicked on it, and it doesn't go to this European scenery update. Then it's got the Sierra ProPilot and Flight Unlimited 2 page. I have Flight Unlimited 3. I don't have 1 and 2, but I will be getting that, and I will be doing some videos on those. There's a ProPilot page of Wes Bresson, Alex Ford's ProPilot World. Has the most recent bug list, tips, etc. Then there are screenshots. Here it talks about the patches. I've got it patched all the way up to patch number 3. And then it talks about ProPilot 99. I have those patches also. But what I find interesting is this towards the bottom. Known bugs, ground steering, doesn't work or totally unrealistic. Well, we found that out, didn't we? Heading creep caused by sloppy yaw calculations in most all aircraft, especially the Cessna 172. I wonder if that's what I was experiencing, where it looks like we're getting blown off to the side slowly, ever so slightly. I wonder if that's what that is. The autopilot doesn't work or it causes more problems than it solves. Well, we haven't tried the autopilot yet. Maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. Many more are documented on an ongoing basis in the above news group and forums or places like Alex Ford's ProPilot World. Just out of curiosity, is that place still there? Let's find out. No. No, Shadow, you're not. Get your foot over there. Jeez. You're not jumping up over here and causing a whole bunch of ruckus. So, yeah. Now, maybe if we go to the Wayback Machine, we might be able to pull that information up. It's worth a try. But that's not what I am going to focus on for this video. Just wanted to let you guys know what I found. You're not seeing the whole site. It's all cut off here on the left and the right. I realize that. But it just gives you an idea of what I found. The most interesting that I found was in regards to the ground steering, the heading, that it doesn't work. So it's not the fact that I can't get it to work. It just doesn't work. Okay, so I actually managed to get to one of the people's website that was on here. It was Wes Bresson ProPilot page. I just went ahead and just used the Wayback Machine, and I went to the FAQ section. So this will pull up some extra type of things. Like one I was clicking on, will I be able to create scenery? Will there be add-on scenery? How many airports are there? What area is covered? Let's just click on this for a moment. Okay, so the whole United States is covered, plus 2 cities in Canada. Parts of Europe will also be covered in a release shortly after ProPilot ships. So I guess there is coverage in Europe. I have not been able to find that update yet. For the United States, you will get 3,000 plus airports, except for Kankakee, 29 photorealistic cities, and 60,000 plus obstacles. Can you copy the scenery to your hard drive? Fro, better frame rate. Yes, but the scenery takes up 400 megs. Oh no, not 400 megs. And then there is the list of photorealistic cities. And we were flying in Chicago, which is right here. And we were seeing what looked like photorealistic scenery. Will I be able to create scenery? I am not sure. Neither am I. I have not been able to find any information on it. Is the scenery flat? No way. Will there be add-on scenery? Yes, I believe European scenery will be the first. If it was, it's the last. Will there be a flight director? Will there be a GPS? Well, it's already in there. Where there be, or maybe that was ProPilot USA. Will there be TCS? Will there be a weather radar? No. Do all switch and displays work? Yes. Whole bunch of other stuff here. Will there be any kind of system? This must have been when before it came out. Will there be any precipitation? Yes, this will include snow. I will provide more info when I get it. Huh. Okay. I didn't think there was going to be any rain or anything like that. My cat is beginning to cause some problems. Aren't you? Will there be a soon moon of stars? Yes. What type of visibility controls are there? Brian? Okay. What does the co-pilot do? The co-pilot can change radios, give altitude and speed calls, and even let you know if you did something wrong. Where's all this coming from? I don't I don't remember any of this. As far as other stuff, ProPilot 2, what is this? Welcome to my new home, Sierra ProPilot. Okay, so this was like the front page of this site here. Old site. Look at this old thing of my Internet Explorer. Netscape! Oh my! Well, whatever this is. rsaci.org. Best viewed with one of these browsers. Netscape. Oh my. Click here to enter. Okay, so I started looking for that supposed Europe upgrade. And this is where it took me. It took me to ProPilot 99, 90 megabyte update download. They're saying that this has nothing to do with Flight Simulator 98. It's a completely different flight sim. If you have the product, go to the Sierra update section to get an upgrade to version 1.03. It's a terrible 90 megabyte upgrade. Yes, 90 megabytes to download. It's mainly a European scenery upgrade, and it solves many minor issues. So I think it was ProPilot 99 where I saw that information about it being on the Western European scenery. And I pulled out my box here of ProPilot 99, and on here it does say includes the United States, Montreal, Toronto, and Western Europe. That says new. 3D graphic acceleration, new. Exclusive pop-up operator's handbook, new. Extensive flight assistance, new. High precision instrument gauges, new. 38 million elevation points ensure accurate terrain, new. Over 4,300 airports for arrival and departure, new. Well, gee, I sure hope it has Greater Kankakee. Maybe this is the one that had precipitation or rain or something in here. I don't know. Like I said, we'll be doing a video on this as well. It'll be a separate video. Real geography. Parts of the pages on the inside are kind of coming apart here. Fly one, fly them all. You got the 172 Cessna Skyhawk R, and then the 172P, and the Bonanza V35, my favorite, the Bonanza B58, the King Air B200, the Citation Jet 525. Those are pretty much the same exact airplanes. So I'm wondering if ProPilot 99 is just ProPilot, the original ProPilot, updated, and has the European scenery. I wonder. I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out when we get to it. Audio co-pilot for in-flight assistance. Okay, well, I don't remember seeing that, so. But yeah, interesting stuff. So if you if you're checking all these different simulators and you're wondering which one to get, are they all the same, are they all different? Well, guess what? We're going to find out on this channel. And now with all that, since I've been spending all that time talking about these different versions of ProPilot, let's go ahead and get to the actual flight. Let's see. We're going to go and do some flight planning. So we're going to create our flight plan. We're going to do IFR. I don't know. Do I want to do IFR? Maybe we should do VFR. Oh, I don't know. It's not that far away. Let's do VFR. We got the Cessna 172R Skyhawk. We are definitely not going to be flying at 5,000 feet. I'm going to set it for 2,500 feet. That should get us kind of where I want to be. And we are taking off from Chicago O'Hare. And we're going to be going to DuPage. So yep, we're doing that route right there. It's not very far. And let's see here. Let's take a look. Are we going to see the VORs? Well, there's a VOR for DuPage. Where is it? There it is, right there. I'm trying to figure out where it's at. Here's our weather. What looks like we got scattered, scattered, scattered. I don't know. Do we want that? Let's just click generate. All right. So now we got ceiling, broken, calm winds. That's good. We'll click on next. There's our flight. What's -9? What's a -9 wind? Does that mean instead of being blown, you're being sucked into the wind? Is that what that means? You're being sucked into the wind at 9 miles per hour? That's kind of weird. And so we do that, and what it does is I don't know where it puts us, but you know, the terminal's way over there. And if we go ahead and we can turn this on here. Where is our power to our avionics? Oh, I think here it is.
Flight information Whiskey 230 Zulu weather, temperature 61, 2.57, wind 239er at 9er, altimeter 298.4, landing and departing runway 22 left, departures contact ground on 121.75, arrivals contact approach on 119.0, advise controller on initial contact you have information Whiskey.
Okay, let's go and pull up our navigational aids. And we will type in DPA for DuPage. There it is. And we can tune that into nav number 1. Again, I'm not sure what this VOR tracking is just yet, but let's just do this. It says it's 108.4.
Flight information Whiskey.
And it's set 108.4.
Temperature 61, 2.57, wind 239er at 9er, altimeter 298.4, landing and departing runway 22
Not getting any distance. We may not get it until we get up in the air.
Approach on 119.0. Advise controller on
clearance delivery Cessna 90572 Lima with information Whiskey. Request clearance to Delta Papa Alpha.
Cessna 90572 Lima, cleared to Delta Papa Alpha via radar vectors to Delta Papa Alpha. Climb and maintain 3,500. Departure frequency 125.0. Squawk 3341.
Climb and maintain 3,500. Squawk 3341. Cessna 72 Lima.
Okay, so that's that. We'll go ahead and click COM again.
Niner 572 Lima, taxi to runway 22 left, hold short of the active.
Taxi to runway 22 left and hold short. Cessna 72 Lima.
Cessna 72 Lima, confirm using 3341 as your transponder
Okay.
setting.
The new patch
Transponder now set to 3341. Cessna
automatically sets the transponder, so that's nice. As opposed to before, we're sitting there having to click on these digits because they're 2 digits at a time. You can't select each individual one. Okay, well, it's 3341. Now what?
Cessna 72 Lima, contact tower on 120.75. Good day.
Contact tower on 120.75. Cessna 72 Lima. Good day.
Okay, we'll switch that.
Tower Cessna 9572 Lima, holding short of 22 left.
Cessna
Two,
9572
left.
Lima, taxi into position and hold runway 22 left.
Position and hold. Runway 22 left. Cessna 72 Lima.
Cessna 72 Lima, cleared for takeoff, runway 22 left.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 22 left. Cessna 72 Lima.
Clear jet 53 Foxtrot, cleared to turn left base for 22 left.
Oh, crap, that just sounds so funny. Alright. Switch our fuel to both. We'll get this bad boy started here.
3 Golf, cleared to turn left base for 22 left. Archer 33 Golf.
Oh, I think I was supposed to turn on the fuel pump or something. I don't know. Okay. So we got a slightly different sound going on here.
Cessna 72 Lima, expedite takeoff.
Roger. Cessna 72 Lima.
Okay, he's talking to us. No, animation seems to be better than what it was the last time. And we'll go ahead and turn off our lights there. I guess I had to turn it on and turn it off. Okay. We'll just make our way to DuPage. Take a look behind us. Well, can't really see anything.
Cessna 72 Lima, contact departure on 125.0. Good day.
Contact on departure on 125.0. Cessna 72 Lima. Good day.
Clear jet 53 Foxtrot, cleared for detention.
On departure, Cessna 9572 Lima.
Cessna 9572 Lima. Radar contact, receive direct to Delta. Papa Alpha.
Cessna 72 Lima.
Cessna 72 Lima. Contact approach on
Flight information whiskey
133.5.
234 Zulu weather, temperature 61, 2.57, wind 239 at 9, altimeter 298.4, landing.
Why is that playing on the same?
Contact ground on 121.8.
I don't think the ATIS should be playing on the same channel as departure. Yeah, I'd say it's bugged.
Approach, Cessna 9572 Lima. Inbound for landing with whiskey.
Cessna 9572 Lima, expect vectors for visual approach, runway 28, squawk 3421.
Expect vectors for 28, squawk 3421. Cessna 72 Lima.
And I don't think they're supposed to have you change the transponder like that. I mean, it's not like that in the later, what I've noticed in the later simulators, so no idea what they're doing on this one. I'll let it change it on its own. No, I guess maybe it's not going to do it. There it goes.
Confirm using 342.
There it goes. Now it did it.
Transponder setting.
My mistake. Transponder now set to 3421 Cessna 72 Lima.
Hello, Julius. You don't ask for attention much. Okay, so that up ahead... I don't know if that's it. That might be it. There's a couple of things up there.
Cessna 72 Lima, turn right heading 340.
Turning right to heading 340 Cessna 72 Lima.
Hey, the upholstery looks better. That's our new 172R. What is that, a refit?
Cessna 72 Lima, descend and maintain 3000.
Descend and maintain 3000 Cessna 72 Lima.
Now this is the full control panel. If we hit F7, well, that didn't do it, did it? Oh, okay. Well, we either get this or we get that, or we get nothing. So
turn left heading 280.
Turn left heading 280 Cessna 72 Lima.
so that was a little bit different from the 172 that we were flying earlier from the last episode. This is actually not bad. Not bad for scenery back in the day. Oh, my cat's just crying. But you can see, I mean, it's got some planes out there, and you can see the city. That kind of looks like DuPage. I think that's our airport right there. Because the VOR is not exactly at the airport. It's a little further away from it. And we could actually find out with the GPS. What was that, F8? Yeah. So here it is. That's the VOR. So we're definitely there. Okay, we're over here. I can't seem to click on that direction for some odd reason. Guess we'll go ahead and we'll turn on our taxi lights and landing lights and just get ready here. Huh. If that's the airport, that's a little different than what I remember. What are these two things? I don't remember it having two runways out there. Is it me or did they forget about us? I think they forgot about us.
Cessna 72 Lima, turn left heading 180.
Turn left heading 180. Cessna 72 Lima.
Thank goodness they didn't forget about us. I was beginning to get worried. Hopefully they won't try to get us to land from like 3,000 feet up. You see it there, you think you'd... Just seems like I'm not seeing things where they should be as quickly as I would think they would be there, but...
Cessna 72 Lima, climb and maintain 30,000.
Climb and maintain 3,000. Cessna 72 Lima.
What if I don't want to climb the 3,000? How about them apples? So what is it doing? Taking us all the way out to the VOR or something? I guess it's going to have us land on one of those two runways there. We select the VFR, right? Why does it seem like we're still being directed IFR? Hi, Spice. You don't get to see this one very much. This is Spice. Say hi, Spice. Oh, now say goodbye, Spice. Right over there. Oh, I'm sorry, boy. You're so big. Yep, I got 3 boys. I got Shadow. He's gray. I have Julius. He's an orange. He's an orange boy. And then I got Spice. All 3 are brothers. And all 3 have a distinct personality.
Cessna 72 Lima, turn left heading 090.
Turn left heading 090. Cessna 72 Lima.
Yay, we get to bounce up and down. Gotta love that. What, so for autopilot, there's nothing here for altitude? That's the thing that I want the most, is autopilot for altitude. What are we doing? I guess we're being flown around it before we actually land on it. That's another annoying thing too. I could be heading like directly for the runway, and it circles me all the way around the airport. La 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 la. Not sure if we want to use ATC every single time. But then again, I don't know, we may want to get the full experience of Sierra ProPilot. I sure hope we start landing here soon. If we start going...
72 Lima, turn left heading 010.
Turn left heading 010. Cessna 72 Lima.
I'm going to slow down here a little bit. As we bounce up and down like we're in the water. Where is that airport? There's the airport. What's up, man? Why are we going around in circles? Is it because we selected VFR? He's giving us a scenic tour is what he's doing. What's that in front of us? That looks like an airport right there, too. My goodness. We're like flying back and forth. And that's Chicago O'Hare. Seriously? We're like literally going around in circles.
Flight information whiskey 23.
Cessna 72 Lima, turn left heading 280.
Turn left heading 280. Cessna 72 Lima.
Let's be patient. Maybe patience will be virtue. Maybe it won't. I don't know. Okay, you see this runway right there? If we aren't directed to turn towards it, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to cancel that ATC. And we're still sitting around 3,000 as far as the altitude. So what, he's got us in a traffic pattern or something? For a small airport? Is that the deal? Where the heck did the airport go? See, you look out the corner here, but then you look out, it's like, if it goes off of one screen, it should be coming through, but it's not. See, there it is right there, finally. I don't think it's going to have us land. Okay, this is nuts. We're landing. I don't care what ATC says. They're putting us on a joyride here.
To Lima, turn right heading 270.
No can do.
Heading 270, Cessna 72 Lima.
We're landing. That's what we're doing. Alright, let's go to air traffic or ATC communication. We're canceling ATC. Cancel. Because I don't know where they're directing us, but we're going to direct ourselves. How about that? DuPage may actually have those two other runways out there. I'm trying to remember based on the other videos that I've done. Alright, flaps are all the way down. Still seems like we're coming in quick. Oh, my power's all the way down. Ah! Okay. That was unrealistic as far as braking. That was fast. Even though I had the flaps down and I had this thing completely powered down on the throttle and I was zooming in there like I was a jet or something. That was weird. And now that we're on the ground, now we're moving sideways. Look at the turn coordinator. That's the direction that I'm trying to go. Do you see that? Look what the simulator is doing. And I just recently, I had just centered it. Now if I go off to the left, you can see I've got the left. It's over here to the left, so we should be turning to the left. But no, we're just sliding. Just sliding, that's all we're doing. So you know what you do is you go to slew mode, and oh hey, you know, you still got your engine sound, so at least now you can just kind of now we're taxiing the way we should be. So what do we have over here? We have a control tower and what else here? We're going to taxi our way over on this green stuff here. Was it a big tower and a little tower? I don't know. We'll park right over here. Well, okay. So I guess we're here. So I will go ahead and we'll shut this off. And, well, I guess we'll go off of slew mode there. So really, that's the only way you're going to be able to taxi effectively, is to go into slew mode and move that way. I think that's the only way you're going to be able to do it. And since there's really no taxiways from what I can see, why even bother doing that? Just let it move you to the runway that you need to go to. I guess you could say the same thing on the older simulators, but those runways are a little easier to see because they're not being mixed up with all the colored textures and everything that are outside. So, I don't know. We'll fool around with it, we'll fuss with it, and try to find the best way to have some fun with it. I mean, yeah, this is a discovery. I've never played this before. I've never played ProPilot before until I started working on this series. So, if it's new for you, it's new for me. It's a whole new thing. So anyway, thanks for joining me on this rather long flight to DuPage when it really didn't need to be. If you found this video useful, I hope you did, consider giving it a like, thumbs up, and subscribe and be a part of the KILR community, and ring that notification bell so that way you'll be notified of the next embarrassing video of Sierra ProPilot. No offense to you guys that like this simulator. I've said once before, it's got some good qualities to it. And it's got bad qualities to it. Thankfully, the competition inspired Microsoft to say, oh, that's a good idea, that's a good idea. We'll implement that on a future version of Flight Simulator, and they did. So, thank you, Sierra ProPilot. You helped inspire Microsoft to make things better. Sad that it... well, knowing the history of Flight Simulator, between FSX, Prepared, and X-Plane, I can't even think of a market for Sierra ProPilot being in there somewhere. But anyway, I could be wrong. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next leg of our journey.